Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. Tell me just a little bit about the show. How exciting.
I know, it's really exciting and it's so great to get to share it over
Yeah.
here. Uh, so it's an Agatha Christie and it's a murder mystery. But it kind of begins, we see this divorce happen between our two characters. That's like a public divorce because they're this celebrity couple. And so much of it, even though it's a murder mystery, is very much about the relationships and power and wealth and like what that makes people do.
Yeah.
And which is crazy things. And yeah, I think
And
that's
the sort of setup is they go through this very kind of scandalous divorce at the time, and they all congregate in this their childhood home for the summer to spend his honeymoon with his new wife, and all these old kind of ghosts from the past all end up coming out the woodwork to congregate, and chaos ensues.
What was it like to come into these characters and really just go deeper into the story?
I, Amazing. I think it's a sort of testament to Agatha Christie and the longevity of her and the resonance of her stories still today. You know that they are. She wrote these very very intricate characters with with these very interesting dynamics, and so we were really lucky. I felt like, and as well to kind of have time with Sam, our director, to kind of figure out those dynamics, because so much of a murder mystery is it's sort of it's a who done it, but it's I feel like we're towards zero, like that's the sort of backdrop of it, but actually you've got this incredibly chaotic life sort of playing out before your eyes as well.
yeah, 100%.
Now,
There's so much, sorry.
how does
100%.
that, it sounds like there's this really big story. How does it all fit into just 3 episodes?
Well, that's the kind of
The answer is it does.
it does.
It does.
It does.
Next question. No, it does. I think it naturally. I think there was talk at some point about it being 4 episodes, or I think maybe they wanted 2 episodes. So, and they ended up with 3. It feels like the natural way to tell this story. You know, there's a sort of a beginning, middle, and end, and especially. This Christie is very, very different to ones that have come before, whereas the sort of setup is a very different setup to what viewers are maybe necessarily used to. So that in itself is quite interesting, and the fact that it lends itself to 3 episodes keeps it compact and engaging, and any other words?
Compelling.
We're going to go with compelling.
Thank you.
What's the response been from fans upon its initial release, and why are you so excited about it coming to a new platform?
Well, because we try and keep our self-worth at a moderately stable level, we have not looked at what fans or people or the internet, because that is a surefire way to ruin your
day.
life.
Amen.
So I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's we again, the show, we're really proud of it, and we're really proud to be a part of it. And it was such an incredible shooting experience, and working with Angelica and Matthew. I mean, the whole cast, Clark and Angela and me, we were so lucky, and Sam was such an incredible director to be able to work with. So we're just excited for people to kind of just see if they appreciate or like our take on it, and we're really proud of it. Right. So it's exciting to see how people will feel. We won't be looking though, or maybe we will if we're having a dark day.
Don't tell us.
No, not at all. How do these roles, do they differ from roles that you've played before? How was it kind of different from other acting experiences you've had so far?
Yeah, I think really different. I think that's definitely what drew me to my character. I feel like it's something very far away from me and very different to what I've done before. Like, I suppose like Audrey keeps a lot of her emotions under the surface, so she doesn't really like, it's not clear all the time what she's feeling. And she wears a mask, which I thought was really interesting to play because I don't know how to do that. So yeah, I guess. What about you?
Uh, Sorry, what was the question?
Just how did this differ from other roles you've played? What was it like getting into the character?
I mean, again, I think the sort of rehearsal process, the working with Sam and the sort of figuring out of dynamics, there was something that was brought up very early on, which we spoke about, the Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton relationship of the codependence that these two people have. And there's something, I think, infinitely fascinating about that and these relationships that people find themselves in where there's such a toxicity to them, but they that's all they know, and so they stay in them because of habit and want and need and a sort of quite sadomasochistic kind of element. So I think that was a really interesting thing. But in terms of, I mean, all the characters, you hope that all the characters you get to play, you know, bring something else, or you try and find something else in them. And I feel like we were, lucky on this one.
Anything that I didn't touch on that you think is important for fans to know before they watch the show?
I do not know how to play tennis. There you go.
But you did such a great job. I think
We made it look like we could.
made it look good.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. We're excited for its premiere. Thank you guys so much for talking with me this morning. I'm excited to see the show.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Gio.
much.
All right.